Welcome to Poland, everybody.
We've just come to the old town and it looks like they put on summer markets.
I don't think we come across buildings in Europe with such Crayola-looking colours. Wow, this place is humongous.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Poland. The last time you saw us, we were exploring the capital, exploring Warsaw, but today marks the first day of our 4-day road trip here in Poland.
So this morning we jumped in a car and drove 2 hours to the east. Pretty much going to be spending most of our time here in Poland in the east, which we've heard is probably a less explored place of the country. And we just came to our first stop. It's called Kazimierz Dolny, and I'm excited to see this little medieval town. So what makes a lot of the eastern towns extra special here in Poland is that a lot of them survived the war, so especially in this town. You have buildings from the 15th, 16th and 17th century, all still the original building. So if you still want to see a bit of Polish history that hasn't been destroyed from the war, this is a good town to start at. So we've heard you can't come to this town without picking up a slice of rooster bread. I think you can see it in there.
So we've come to a cute little place for lunch and it's called a cuckoo, which is how they say peekaboo here in Poland. And of course, we've had to go for the dumplings because we're kind of obsessed.
I don't mind rain or shine. You can always take my time. Throw it up against the wind. I'll thread it through your everything.
So we're ending our first day of the road trip here in a city called Lublin, and we've just come to the old town and it looks like they put on summer markets.
It's Saturday night, so perfect time to be walking around this small little town. Very lively. I see people selling desserts, baklava. I see just wineries just open. You can taste some wine. A lot of restaurants. I smell cheeses. I mean, this is just perfect. Oh my goodness, it all smells so good. I think someone's doing paella.
I see they have like mulled wine.
Wow, for such a small town, this place is lively on a Saturday night.
I'm singing Polish.
Good morning, everybody. Starting our next day here. Currently inside a castle tower, climbing to the top. It's interesting. Oh, there's the steps. I was going to say, where are the steps? It's like slowly going up.
So this tower, it was built in the 13th century, and during Nazi occupation, it was actually used as a prison.
Definitely, if you come up to the tower here at the castle, you get the perfect view of Old Town Lublin. So this is where we were walking around last night, where all the markets were, all the food stalls.
Such like a little medieval town.
Yeah, it is. I can see all the different cathedrals and churches. It's actually a really cute little town.
So we just come into the castle church and we have never seen anything like it. So what happened was they were renovating the church. There used to be plaster all over the wall. They started taking the plaster away and they found a 700-year-old fresco. So the entire church is painted in 700-year-old paintings.
Because you'd think being a prison, this would go away straight away. But because it was covered, yeah, it was preserved. And they only open this on the hour for just a little bit of time to keep the temperature and the oxygen in here at certain levels. At what age does old graffiti become interesting? This is from someone who visited this chapel in 1663. 1644. Wow.
to the super colourful town of Zamość, everybody. We've driven about an hour and a half from Lublin and we've just arrived. We are staying on a hotel right on the town square. We've just stepped out and look at these buildings behind us.
Look at these colours.
How beautiful is this? So it's a 16th century town and none of this was destroyed. So it is all like it was back in the day.
I don't think we come across buildings in Europe with such Crayola looking colours. I mean, wow. I hope it's picking up in the camera because these are super bright right here. Also, one thing I love about this road trip that we're currently doing is that the further away we get from Warsaw is that I feel like the crowds just get less and less. It's really nice. This is why we like doing these road trips. Heading out and just going as far away from the capital as possible. So our hotel is over on these colors just over here. I'm pretty sure our bedroom window is in the red one over there. And then this is what we look out onto. This is the city hall. And wow, it's so grand with the staircases coming either side. And then you move to the right and then you have the colorful buildings. I mean, the square, I can't get over it.
Angel eyes, follow me to the
Cheers,
sun.
Stevie.
Good morning, Bubs.
How amazing is this view?
This hotel is in the perfect spot if you want to be right in the town centre.
Hey, buddy. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Steve, I want one.
They've got
Please.
3.
I want one so bad.
Hey guys. Kind of digging your hairstyle.
So this morning we've driven out to a local winery and it was so interesting. So he actually started as a B&B. Never had an idea of starting a winery, but he actually liked the idea of having grapes as decoration. So he grew 20 plants and those 20 plants ended up turning into 200 plants. And now he has a full-blown winery, kind of by accident. He kind of fell into it and now he makes amazing wine here in Poland.
We're so lucky to be here because it's just about harvest time, which means these grapes are so full and they're at their peak flavor. So good.
You can see itself. Look at his eyes. Look at his little nose.
Oh my gosh, his hair is everything.
Do you reckon he'll let me pat him? So the owner just took us into the little room where he makes the wine and I have a feeling that we're about to taste the most homemade wine we have ever tried. He's currently making us lunch. He's going to be eating lunch here, trying his wine. It is such a peaceful place. It's so quiet. There's like no one else here. Really nice. Except for our little friends.
Except for our little friends. Hey guys. And Bella the dog.
Go buddy. Quickly. Buddy. Yay. Okay, this place has the coolest animals ever. Also, the biggest bunnies we have ever seen.
So we have llamas with the crazy hair and chickens with the crazy hair.
Hey, can I give you a pat? Are you scared of me?
Don't touch its perm.
I had to touch it. It's so soft.
Nom 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 nom.
Whoa, a big bowl of homemade soup.
Yum.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute. All right, are you ready? Nazdrovje.
So we just got our second course and some red wine to go with it. We're having dumplings and this one is buckwheat and cottage cheese, which you were saying is very local for the area. And we cannot get enough of the dumplings here.
Is it good? Now try it with the wine.
Wow, I definitely never had that before. That actually goes quite nicely. They even have a grape dessert.
This is the best idea ever. This is my kind of wine glass. Grapes.
My type of wine tasting.
Yeah, just try it. Grapes and cream.
Good.
Wow. It's like homemade cream.
My heart's a little bit dizzy since you spread your magic like a pixie, my whole world spinning round.
Good morning, guys. We've just woken up in our final town before we head back to Warsaw. It's called Sandomierz, and last night we spent the night in this beautiful property built in 1861 just outside of the town walls. And this morning we've woken up bright and early to come and check it out. I've heard that this place is probably one of the smallest ones that we've seen so far.
I think so. I think because that's the end right there.
What is it?
I think it's quite small, yeah. I think I'm a little early, but it looks like they have wine on wheels.
So something special about this town is that there's actually underground tunnels built in the 14th century by the merchants. They actually used to store all their food, all their produce underground because of course it's colder. And now they do tours where you can walk through the tunnels underneath us right now.
Almost looks like a bit of a labyrinth to get through here. Oh, look at the cast iron gates. So we just come downstairs into the cellars. It's so interesting that just some storage underneath a city can have so much history. Of course, during the medieval times, they used it to store their produce and their wines. Fast forward to World War II, it was used as bunkers to hide from the bombs. I mean, this city, nothing really happened too badly to the city because it wasn't a strategic spot, so they didn't need to bomb it. But they still used this during World War II.
Currently under the old town right now. Wow.
So guys, we've kind of arrived at our final stop on this road trip. We're heading back towards Warsaw, but we saw there was a ruined castle, so we just had to pull over to go and see it.
400-year-old castle.
It is in ruins, but still in pretty good condition for ruins. You can see a lot of the layout of the castle. Wow, this place is humongous. Our guide was just saying that the builder or the original owner of the castle, there was a little bit of black magic involved, they were saying, and the builder was so obsessed with horoscopes, calendars, numbers. There's like 365 windows, 12 ballrooms, so everything was very precise and specific on why he built it. Also, being built in the 16th century, it wasn't necessary to build a fortress this big, but he had the money and he wanted to build it. Wow. Just looms over you when you're walking through. I mean, look at this courtyard. This would have been so grand back in its day. And then look at this over here. Well, these are ruins. I mean, they really haven't done much here. You almost feel like you need a hazardous hat on as you're walking through. I mean, not even the floors. It's all just the original.
It's also eerie because no one else is here.
Has that eerie vibe to it. After seeing the castle, we came back to our hotel in Warsaw, but we had one day spare, and so many of you said you cannot leave Poland without going to Krakow. So we jumped on a train, and that's going to be in the very next video. So if you guys aren't around here, make sure you hit subscribe, because we've got one more Poland episode left for you. See you next time.
So I'm kind of glad we saved it for last, and when I had a little Google, it looks like that this place has a lot of unique food here. So I think it's going to be a day of exploring and a day of eating. This is really traditional, like I feel like they haven't changed it. You ready?
Also, all that's here is locals.
Childhood memories are coming back.
Oh my gosh, these are fresh out of the oven and they're still warm.